All right, hello. Welcome to the Daily 10, your favorite show where there's no cuts, edits, or redos. It's all done in one take. Today I wanted to talk about something a little bit different. I wanted to talk about what is the meaning of life. I know I went from last week talking about why I'm doing this to diving straight in. Anyway, I've been asked this question a lot on stream. I've been asked, what's the purpose of life? What's the meaning of life? A couple times, and I've briefly answered, but I can never give a sufficient answer before I get distracted by whatever's going on screen. Maybe I'm getting attacked by a boss and I get distracted and we stop talking about it. But I thought doing a whole little video kind of talking about it might be a little bit better. So yeah, I'll just dive right in. To preface, I'm 18. I don't have all the answers. I'm a dumb kid. I don't know everything. I make mistakes. I don't have all the knowledge in the world, right? So this is what I know from my own experience at the ripe old age of 18. But take what I say with a grain of salt, because obviously, high chance I'm wrong, or this explanation of it doesn't fit for you. Anyway, I'm hoping by the end of this you might have a little bit more of a grasp of what might keep you satisfied in life. Anyway, I think, to just say it right off the bat, I think the meaning of life, I think deep down, is to be happy, right? And I think anybody can be like, oh, that's so easy, but how can I be happy? I chase these things. I play video games. I scroll TikTok, and these things make me happy. But after I'm done, I feel upset. I don't feel full, right? I'm not really happy. Maybe in the moment when I'm distracted and I'm not thinking about life and my existential crisis and why I'm here. Maybe for those 5 seconds I'm distracted. Yeah, I feel happy. But once I really start thinking about my existence, maybe I don't feel happy again. And I think Tolstoy explored this a little bit. He went and he said that he used like an analogy. I'm trying to remember it. This is how you know I didn't prepare this beforehand. There's like a well and a dragon in the well, and then he's like, the dragon's like existential like dread, and so he like goes and looks in the well, and there's like the dragon, and so but then he sees like a little branch with like honey on it or something, and he licks the honey, and it like distracts him from the dragon, but then he doesn't even worry about the dragon because it's not like eating him and it's in the well. Anyway, my point is, it's not really real happiness. You don't feel happy after you distract yourself with what you think makes you happy. It's not real happiness. Like, drug addicts, they're happy. Dude on crack down the street, he's having a grand old time. But, when he's not on crack, he's probably not that happy. He's probably worse off than where he started. And so I think happiness is the meaning to life. But I think how you attain happiness is different. And how I would describe real happiness is a little bit different. I think real happiness comes from fulfillment. I think fulfillment in looking in your past, in your future, in your present. I think being able to look at what you have done, what you're planning on doing, and what you are doing in the moment. I think happiness in that is real happiness. I don't think momentary distractions are real happiness. And so how do you reach fulfillment? How do you reach fulfillment? Because obviously I can say, oh, just be happy. Just be happy all the time and you'll be fine. You'll find the meaning of life. How do you reach fulfillment, which might give you the real happiness? And that's different for different people. I think the best thing that's helped me is realizing I only have so much time on this earth. I don't know how many days it is. I think it's like 22,000 days if you live to like 70. It's not that many days. When you think about it, I'm 18. I've lived probably 30%, 40, no, like 25% of my life, 30% of my life already. And I still don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do in life. I can't look to the future and in 5 years and be like, yeah, I'm happy with what I'm becoming. I don't know, but I can say that I think after looking at how short your life is, I sincerely think looking at your time and deciding I only have this much time, but I'm going to spend it how I want to spend it and what I care about. I think that is what gives you real fulfillment. And I know that's different for different people, and that's not going to solve your problem if you hate everything and you have nothing you care about. Yeah, you're not going to, you might just be cooked. No, not actually. But I'm sure there's something you can find that you care about. But as I was saying, like, I think realizing your finite time you have and spending your time on what you care about will bring you that fulfillment and in turn bring you that happiness. For example, let's look at some of the happiest people on earth, the Mormons. The Mormons are filled with joy. I've never seen an upset Mormon ever. The Mormons are always happy. They believe in God. They spend all their time, or not all their time, but they spend their time thinking, believing in God and Joseph Smith and what happened with them, and they're happy. I mean, they feel fulfilled, right? Sorry, I just got a text me. Just let me get rid of that. There we go. Sorry. They feel fulfilled, right? The Mormons feel happy, and Christians, they believe in God. They have something that they can latch onto and put their time into and feel like their time isn't going to waste, right? I think a lot of people put their time into something and then they realize it's something they actually don't care about, and that's why they don't feel fulfilled. But so God is something that you could dedicate your time to on earth. Your work. Some people really enjoy what they do for work. Maybe working at Walmart, not the best thing in the world, but you might really enjoy marine biology. Maybe that's your calling. You could wake up every day and go out and swim and examine the fishies, and that's what makes you happy. I know for me, making content is pretty fun. I enjoy doing it. I can wake up and I could record 8,000 of these videos and I'd be happy. I never get tired of doing it ever. And so I think trying to find that thing that you care about. And I know a lot of people, you may be thinking to yourself, oh, I don't have that thing. You didn't give me the answer. You just said, find your meaning of life. You really didn't give me a definite answer. And you're right. I can't work it out for you personally. I can't work it out for everyone. But I sincerely think that everyone has something that they care about, whether it's taking care of other people, philanthropy. If you like working with people, you like talking to people, that's something I like doing. Maybe you want to do sales. You can find joy in your work. You can find joy in God. You can also find joy in your hobbies. You can still have hobbies that aren't work, and you can find your fulfillment in them. If you think about it, if you find a hobby that you really love, let's say you like doing art, you can't find maybe eventually you find a career doing art, but as of right now, you can't do art as a career. And so you work on the side, but I bet you'll find joy in that work, knowing that when you go home, you'll be able to work on your art piece. You'll be able to work on you're at work thinking about your next big idea that you want to create. And I bet you that would bring way more joy to your work, thinking about it that way, that this is an extra step in my art process. This is a step to keep me alive so I can keep drawing, keep painting. I'm trying to think of something to wrap it up because we've got 30 seconds left. I might talk about this again pretty soon because I feel like I didn't explain it super well. But to recap, true happiness is fulfillment. You get fulfillment from dedicating your time, your limited time, to what you care about. And that's how you get back to real happiness. I think you might have experienced real happiness. I think if you have, you'll understand what I'm saying. Don't worry about the existential meaning of everything. You can boil it down pretty well from an 18-year-old. Oh, I gotta pause it. Oh, bye.